Hey you all, welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you're new here. My name is Tkeyah. I have been making lifestyle, health related, natural beauty, all kinds of videos on YouTube for 11 years. My favorite ones to make are the ones where I try something out for a minimum of a week. But this video is really special because I have just completed a 13-day fast. If you've been following along on the YouTube community tab, threads, or on Instagram, then you already know that. I am so alive from the realizations, the downloads, the changes that I've noticed to my body. Also, I am in India. Some of you know this. There will be honks, horns, maybe people talking. This was a 13-day fast that I have just completed. But the first 5 days was strictly water and herbal tea. After the 5 days, I broke my fast with light fruits on the 6th day, and then I continued until the 13th day on fruits here and there, water and herbal tea. Here in India, I've been drinking these. I'm used to, for the past 4 years, drinking natural spring water from Jamaica. You will see my skin, my lips, my hair. I definitely could have continued to go. Your body knows what it needs. I fast often, so I knew that the first 3 days I wasn't going to have symptoms that people typically get if they don't fast. I do have a little bit of footage from the evening of day 3 because I was feeling so tender and so emotional. Day 3 in the evening, and everything is emotional. Everything is so sweet. I muted a lot of stories on Instagram, so what I have is just gems. And whenever I take little breaks from work or take a moment to look on there, I mean, I'm crying. I'm so emotional. Hey you all, I have just finished a flexibility and mobility flow, nice stretch, and got some activity in, a little bit of toning. The sun is really hot. I am on day 4 of my all water herbal tea fast. I haven't had a sip of water yet. My body just felt like it wanted to start with my tea blend. So this is sarsaparilla root, Guinean weed root, and leaves and stems. Also hormone balance, which is my endocrine, reproductive, and nervous system blend. It has blue vervain, dandelion, dog blood, and a couple of other herbs. So it's really great for the liver, great for the blood, great for detoxification. It's also adding a lot of minerals that my body needs now. That's what I'm drinking first thing in the morning. I'll let it cool down a bit. My inspiration for starting this was because my body was asking for it. And some of the symptoms I'm receiving are letting me know that I definitely needed it. Some of the symptoms: my body odor smells just like the foods I was eating. That smell is coming out of my armpits. And I'm either showering twice a day or at least making sure I clean my pits with soap and water because I just do not really like body odor. It shows you the toxins in the waste and what's being released from your sweat. Complete mental clarity. My meditations are very deep and profound. Pretty sure that's why I was feeling called to do this fast. I have no cravings. When I wake up in the morning, I do not have sleep in my eyes, which is just mucus. No bowel movements. That's about it. I have energy and I feel very clear and intentional about what I need to be doing, my next steps. So many beautiful things are happening and I'm feeling them. So now we're getting into a different level of cellular cleansing and renewal. It's about 72 hours where, hold on, let me get my notes. There are different stages when you fast. This was September 13th, 2020 in Jamaica in St. Catherine. 12 hours from your last meal, growth hormones increase, and these are the ones that typically someone would stop getting after age 30. Healing ketones that are released, and the more ketones you have, the more healing in your brain and your cells, and these start to increase 13 to 15 hours. Body is designed to heal itself. You just need to leave it alone. I'm detoxing and I can smell it. I smell it coming out of my body and it's beautiful. But I know I needed to just pause. This is the perfect way to bring in the new year. That's it. I'm gonna go drink some water and shower, okay? Hey you all. Today is technically day 5. It is like 3:40, 3:50 a.m. Yesterday I went to sleep probably at like 8 p.m., 7 p.m. I told myself I was gonna rest my eyes and I just ended up sleeping. My body needed it. The past few nights I've gone to bed at 1 to 2 a.m. because I had so much energy and inspiration and my body needed really to be asleep during those hours. I have a lot of tightening in my abdomen area. I haven't eaten, so that makes sense. I was sitting down to meditate and I got a clear energy that I needed to brush my teeth, do my copper tongue scraper. I'm gonna use my chew stick powder. 5 days, wow. It just flew by. I was feeling some moisture. So I put my hand under my armpits and both my left, especially my left where my swollen lymph node is, but the right were wet. Nothing called for that. So I know that is coming from this fast. You followed my past few videos. I really did get in there and touch on the effect of rice, wheat, dairy, these things on the body. And it's different for different people in the world, right? Like in India, they eat these things in every single meal. I say that to say what one culture may do in one part of the world may not be what your DNA needs, what your body needs. So don't think that having soy in Asia and they're living long lives and seem relatively healthy, that means I can and it won't have an effect on me. That is not how the human body works. That is not how geography works and evolution works. Absolutely not. What people do in one part of the world does not prove the safety of that practice. That is what they do. That's how you can sift through the BS online and in life. Practice it. Put something into your life. How does it actually affect you? I know for sure soy dysregulates the endocrine system. How do I know that? Because I have healed my own ovaries from cysts and I have healed my hormone imbalance and emotional dysregulation and all of these things, period symptoms. I have 0 period symptoms every single period. 0. This is coming from someone who had debilitating period cramps, fainting, emotional, oh my gosh, anxiety, depression at times. Okay, I grew up watching my grandmother, who raised me mainly, be addicted to food. She had a bag of pills. She had breast cancer. She had lupus. She had heart failure. She had to get a defibrillator put in, surgery to get a defibrillator put into her body so that when her heart, because it was going to happen several times in her life, got off beat, instead of getting a heart attack and being laid out on the floor, which we witnessed as children, it would shock her heart back into rhythm. I watched what food addiction and these chemicals that are in the foods in the United States, I watched what they do to someone. So I'm speaking from experience, from the heart. When I talk about this, my mother passed away from cancer. Listen, we pass down poor habits, lack of discipline. Well, no, it is discipline to unhealthy things and coping mechanisms. Whew, sorry about that. No, I'm not sorry. Anyways, let me get off of here. I'm sending you all love, okay? Let's do things differently. We know what does not work. I have had so many times, like during my detoxing, especially in Jamaica, where I was on the floor vomiting and passing waste, for 24 hours. That was all I could do, 12 to 24 hours. That was all that I could do. My last relationship that I was in, there was a time when several times he's witnessed this, but in person, he watched me. He couldn't do anything but rub my back. I was on the floor of the bathroom. If you know me, I would never be on the floor of nobody's bathroom. I don't care how clean it is. I'm telling you, I'm around the toilet. Like, please, God. I've been watching Claire Claire Saffitz. She makes these recreation videos, especially popular foods we loved in America as children, like Twinkies, these, things that really bring nostalgia and remind you of childhood. When she reads the ingredients on the box, we have been poisoned. The fact that they are on the shelves at a child's height for a child to get and persuade their parent is criminal. Do you hear what I'm saying? We have to make better decisions for our family. We have to make better decisions for ourselves. I said this in my Healing Foods for Womb Health video, and people loved this question. Why do you eat? Is it to live? Is it to thrive? Is it to heal? Is it for comfort? The decisions you're making now are sewing into the fiber of your body, your DNA, and that is what you're going to pass on to your children? I have chills right now. What is it going to take for you to wake up and realize that it all stems from you? When you have the knowledge, then you have the responsibility to do something with that knowledge. The only time it matters is when you put it into place. If it resonates, live it, make it become a part of you, and then you'll know if it works or not. That's how you know. That's the test. You are the test. Love. Hey you all, it is day 6. I'm breaking my fast. They just prepared a lovely set. So I've got 2 bananas, a whole good-sized papaya, some pomegranate, orange, and gooseberry. Here they call it chiku. I feel like I could go another 5 days. Last night I did start to feel just a little bit of tension in my head. Bless me, nourish me, hydrate me. Thank you. This is going down so smoothly. Pomegranate has so much liquid. There's the city palace. There are all of these beautiful forts. I'm staying in a traditional haveli with a beautiful terrace. Hey you all. So I am showing what my body looks like. Today is day 6, but I broke my fast with fruits. So I will do fruits. My plan is to do fruits for the next 3 days. This is where we're at. There's nothing left. Most of what was there before has been eaten, which is also a lot of toxins and things are stored in fat cells. So this is where we're at. Hey you all, it is 3 p.m. on Friday, day 7. I have a very exciting update. Yesterday and the day before, I would make a batch of tea, put the herbs in here and hot water. And so this keeps it hot, which means it's continuing to draw out what I need for my body. I smashed ginger into this blend, and I also had ginger yesterday as well. I also just ate a banana and rubbed the banana peel on my face. Because if an Ethiopian girl tells you that her mother said you should do something, you should do it when it comes to beauty. The past few days have been seeing a light brown color on my tissue when I wipe after I pee. First 2 days, I just was thinking my period has passed, so it's not that. So the first 2 days I was thinking, okay, what I'm consuming, the sarsaparilla root and these brown iron-rich herbs are coming out and it's showing. But just now I went to pee, and this is not TMI, we're girls here. And if you're not, you're not. But this is helpful even if you are a man, actually, because if your woman is experiencing irregular periods, painful cramps, cysts, fibroids, PCOS, endometriosis, listen up. I just wiped and there was a little streak of brownish. It was just a little streak. This is a way that I healed my ovaries from cysts, literally letting your body switch from doing so much to digest the foods that we put that often are not digestible or just really difficult to digest, letting it switch that off and switch on cellular healing on its own. The cells go within themselves and eat out the toxins, burn the energy from the fat. It is remarkable. It's so incredible. Fasting, doing it the right way, knowing which herbs to use, very, very, very vital when it comes to healing these reproductive challenges. Pretty much targeting inflammation and anything that may be stagnant or left over in my reproductive system, my womb specifically. Because I have a history with these things, I stay up on just making sure it's clean. That's exciting. That's really exciting because I want to keep cleaning. It's not a bad thing to see these things. It's good. Your body's healing. It's cleansing itself. That's great. My body's working. It works. It works. Give thanks. I love it. I love it here. I love it. You all, it's day 9. There are, of course, changes. So the last exciting update was when I used the restroom and I actually noticed a little bit of brownish discharge, I guess you can say, on the toilet paper. And the reason why that was so exciting, if you know about fasting and womb wellness, then you may have heard of women having fibroids fall out when they use the bathroom just from going on like a dry or a water fast. The most exciting thing is that my womb is cleaning itself. Since being here in India, it's been 5 months now, I have felt that some of the foods, especially the starches, the rice and the wheat, the refined wheat, I know that directly affects the womb. I know it from experience in the past living in the United States and not knowing what else to eat when I went vegan, and so having a lot of breads, starches, these kind of foods because they felt like they were filling, or at least staples, you know, like you can build the plate with those kind of foods. So like tacos and things on pita bread. Oh, potatoes is a big one. Potatoes is huge. I remember I loved having skillet potatoes with bell peppers and kale and my ginger and my garam masala. I remember always having that. White potatoes, mind you. That really affects the body. Those foods can feed womb disease, and they also inflame the tissues. So that inflamed tissue then needs to be encapsulated, and now we have cysts, fibroids, and these growths. My womb needed to cleanse from the amount of rice and wheat that I've had here, and even potatoes. When I have access to it, I 100% do not have white rice. 70% of the time, do not have white potatoes when I have access to it. When I was in Jamaica, I would have some white potatoes, but I was really on my quinoa, amaranth, buckwheat, purple potato, pumpkin, dasheen, cocoa, chocho, plantain, and coconut, and smoothies and fruits. Y'all, I cannot wait to be back in the tropics. Even when I started fruits on day 6, I can still feel this activation in my womb space. In order to balance the hormones, food is an amazing place to start. That's the update. I have had bowel movements because I've been eating fruits. The first one on day 6, when I broke my fast, I had it right when I was finishing my last bite of berry. I am still doing yoga, Pilates, my energy is high, I am clear. A lot of the times people will slide back and go back into eating eggs or meat because they just do not feel satiated enough. Their cells need more. That a lot of the times is why we crave things, aside from the chemical BS that addicts people to it, but a lot of the times our body is craving specific minerals. This was my favorite moment of my fast. On day 10, I woke up in the morning and I have been flying high and very focused on my womb food healing guide that I was working on simultaneously with doing this fast. So I was charged up, extremely inspired, and I had something to focus all of my energy on. So my vibration was through the roof, to the ethers. I'm telling you, I was so lit. On day 10, I woke up and I sometimes will just sit there before doing my morning routine. I could witness something start to say a lie, something that like totally I've dealt with in the past, and I was watching it. It was like an out-of-body experience because I was hearing this thing being said, and immediately I recognized that that was not me. It's not who I am now. And so I started to just affirm the truth. So I just started saying out loud, what is the truth? I kept saying it. And when I was listening back to this voice note, I was extremely emotional. I started to cry. These are things that can hold us back. These are things that have held me back in the past. And they will repeat, they will play on a loop. If you're not aware and you're not tuned in to your voice versus those kind of energies, then you will just act on what you're being told and what is in your cells. Because I could separate it, I had a choice. I titled my voice note, "The Monkey Mind Has No Authority." It made me extremely emotional and grateful for all of the work that I've put in over the years. So here's what I wrote. If you have goals to be better, whether that's your health, success, your finances, if you want to be more loving, more kind, more gentle, more patient, you have to break free from the influence that that voice can have over you, because it'll influence your thoughts, your habits, your actions, the way you treat people, what you feel people think about you and perceive about you. It dictates everything if you are not in control of it. But in order to do that, you have to be aware. You have to be able to discern and determine what is real from what is an illusion. Once you start to stretch, once you start to say affirmations, once you start to work out, you're going to hear this chatter because it wants to keep you here, wants to keep you safe. After, that commentary was going on, I just held myself for a moment, saying like, you're safe. We can stretch, it's okay. We're totally safe, supported. We're not there anymore. I literally did that for myself. I self-soothed and it went away. It just evaporated. It's really you versus you. All of the limitations, self-limiting beliefs, self-sabotage. In order to disrupt that, you have to be mindful of it and not just operate on autopilot. Y'all, today is day 10, and the past few days I have had just pomegranate, like one pomegranate yesterday. Bananas, oranges, pomegranate, grapes. I'm working on the womb food guide. Right now I'm working on the glossary of nutrients, so you know exactly why you should add something, what it's doing in your body, how it's gonna support and benefit you. This is probably my favorite part of the guide. Everything is aligned. I'm so clear. I'm right on it. You all, today is day 13. I'm going to officially break my fast with food, not just fruits, this evening. This has been such impactful, pivotal journey and moment. I needed to be clear. I have just launched my womb food healing guide. I am elated. I am so excited to get it out. This has been in the making for well over a year, but it took me, 10 days to bust it out, get it out, and now it's out there. So I am finishing up the product photos for Etsy, just marketing. I have some fruits, I'm drinking water. This is me. Feel like a superhero. I feel like a goddess. I am a goddess. I feel extremely powerful. Just, the sun is helping too, but wow. Y'all, I'm going to get my food. Ooh. Ordered my food and I'm going to go get it. I ordered from Millets of Miwar. So they use ancient grains, millet, and to make their chapati, to make biryani, all these dishes that typically use wheat and rice, they use millet, which is in the womb food guide. It's one of the ancient grains, one of the alternative grains that can be used for starch. It is starch that can be used for rice. Here's my delivery person. Hello. Hi, Millets of Mawar?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, how are you?
Fine, ma'am. Thank you. Hotel manager don't believe you are order Zomato.
No,
Don't worry.
How much?
594.
Okay. Let me just summarize why it's beneficial to fast and what I personally gained out of this 13-day fast. Number one is the clarity. Being able to ask a question, even questions like I said that I've had months ago, get an answer in meditation or just in my waking day, showering and getting the answer and feeling so clearly that it was from my higher guidance that I can act on it immediately with no delay and put it out into the world. I was getting creative ideas, inspiration for things that I should share with my community, and immediately I would just stop what I was doing and share it really quickly. I'm telling you, the amount of people that resonated. I was just getting the download, doing the thing, getting it and doing the thing. I wanted to be guided so that this project that I was working on was in integrity and was going to be as beneficial for as many people as possible. People that really needed the support, I wanted it to be proper. For health-related issues, if you want to improve a disorder that you have, to improve your mental health, if you have stagnant issues that just don't seem to go away, fasting helps cleanse that out. Fasting is preventative. You could start with intermittent fasting, or you can do juice cleanses. I have these videos, CMOS cleanses, fruit cleanses. You will notice benefits. The science is there, the proof is there. If you're looking for creativity, if you are looking for inspiration, if you're looking for discipline, if you have cravings and you can't seem to kick them, this helps reset that. If you're looking to find deep fulfillment, your personal purpose in this life, fasting is also helpful for that. I feel very clear on who I am, what I am here to be doing, at least right now. There is no doubt anymore in that. That's it, I just know. This was the best start to 2025 that I could have given myself. I'm so grateful that I did it. I'm so grateful that I completed it and I extended it. My body just knew. I encourage you to join me, try a fast for yourself. Comment and let me know if you have fasted, if you are interested in fasting. There are so many people that are talking about fasting right now. If you want to join us, then you can go to the link and add your email to the newsletter. Scroll down to the bottom and enter your name and your email and you'll be added to my newsletter. I do want to create a support community separate from social media so that we can stay in touch and we can be there and support each other through these shifts that are happening. You can download my womb food guide, and if you feel like you don't need the entire guide, you can also download just the food subtractions, additions, and substitutions so that you have clear lists for each food category. These are also things that you can print out and take to the grocery store, take to the farmer's market. Find all of the information down in the description box. I'm proud of you for watching this video, for being curious and thinking about ways that you can take control over your own life. What else do you want to see from me? Please let me know what would be supportive for you, because I'm here for you all, okay? I'm so happy that you have been here with me. If you've made it to the end, I'm sending you all so much love and an abundant, loving, fruitful, prosperous 2025. I need to go eat.